So hi, everybody. We've been getting a lot of questions from students who are coming from other countries to come study at NC State, and we want you to come and feel comfortable being here. So we thought we'd put this little quick video together to help answer those questions and get some of this information out to you before you come, so you can plan and make that as least stressful as possible with everything else you have to plan for to come to NC State. So let's get started here. And what I thought I would do is take some of the most frequently asked questions and provide a quick answer and a little bit of explanation behind each one of them. So here we go. Question number one I get all the time is, what vaccines are required? Well, the quick answer is none. You don't need any vaccine to come into the country, and you don't need any vaccine to come to campus at NC State. However, if you're not fully vaccinated by either a WHO or FDA authorized vaccine, you will have to self-quarantine for 7 days and get tested on day 3 to 5 of that 7 days. This is a CDC recommendation, and we follow CDC's recommendations very closely. And so when you come, you'll have to stay quarantined in your apartment, in your room for 7 days, and then get tested on days 3 to 5. After quarantine, you can attend classes, come on campus, and enjoy the whole experience and the whole environment without getting vaccinated if you haven't been vaccinated yet. Testing is available on campus, and it is free. It is free to everyone who has an NC State ID card. So we provide that testing for you. Just stay quarantined, except to come get tested and then go back to your place. So hopefully that helps answer that question. I've also included in the slide what fully vaccinated means, and so please pay attention to that as well. The next big question is, can I wait and get vaccinated when I arrive? The quick answer to this is yes. I know that many of you are facing challenges in getting vaccinated before you leave, getting fully vaccinated before you leave. Some of the vaccines that might be available to you, you may only be able to get 1 dose of a 2-dose vaccine. And so you're really trying to decide, do I wait or should I get vaccinated? You can wait. You can get vaccinated once you get to campus. Or you can get a single dose before you leave if you would feel more comfortable traveling that way. I just want to caution everybody and say that we only have available to us the US FDA authorized vaccines, and those include Pfizer, Moderna, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So if you get a single dose of an AstraZeneca type vaccine at home before you come here, we're not going to be able to give you the second dose of that vaccine. We will talk to you, and we will probably offer you one of the mRNA vaccines, which is the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine, and both doses of those when you get here. And again, all vaccines are free here on campus, and we can wait and make that decision once you're here. The next question we get, you ready, is what if I only get 1 dose? And I kind of touched on that already. If you only get 1 dose at home and it's not the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine, we'll just sit and have a conversation with you and offer you the 2-dose vaccine. There is a time period that you have to wait after getting the first dose. Some people are choosing to get that first dose just before they travel, a week or so before they travel, so that they feel like they have some immunity while they're traveling. We don't necessarily recommend that. We don't necessarily not recommend that. You can do that if you choose to do that. Just be aware that immunity will wear off after that first dose. And so you do want to get another vaccine, either a different vaccine, totally different vaccine, or that second dose once you're here. So please keep that in mind. We realize that there's little data on this, and you may get different opinions. This is what we're recommending right now. That may change once you're here, but that's currently what we're recommending. That's why we want to have that conversation once you get here. The next question is, what if you're fully vaccinated? Then what? You're able to get both doses of your vaccine at home. It is an FDA or WHO approved authorized vaccine, and you're like, I'm ready, I'm going to NC State. That's all you need to do. You can move in, you can get tested, which you do have to do regardless of whether you self-quarantine or not. So you're going to get tested on day 3 to 5 and then get ready for the semester. Don't forget to get tested. The testing, again, is available at NC State, and it is free. We also ask that you upload your vaccine record into your HealthyPack portal. And that's the medical record, the same place where you put your vaccinations, all your other vaccination records. We ask that so that we can collect that data and we know how safe campus is, how many people really are vaccinated. It also may impact you personally. Should you be a close contact to somebody who tests positive? If somebody tests positive or gets infected, we have to put their close contacts into quarantine. But if you've been fully vaccinated with a WHO or FDA approved vaccine, then you don't need to quarantine. So it's good to know that up front. And we can just take care of that by having your records. So please, please, please upload your records if you are fully vaccinated before you come. Even if you've been fully vaccinated by a non-WHO or non-FDA authorized vaccine, or you've only been vaccinated by a WHO vaccine. It gets a little confusing, but regardless, upload your COVID vaccination records because we do want to know, please. So some of the key points that I've touched on is vaccination is not required to attend classes or come to campus. So there are many campuses that are requiring them, and NC State does not require them. We do, however, really, really want people to be vaccinated, so it's very highly recommended. It's available on campus for free to students, staff, faculty, alumni, and friends. So for those of you who are coming with family, we can also vaccinate them once you arrive on campus if they haven't been vaccinated yet. And testing is always available on campus. You may be part of a mandatory testing program. Maybe a program that you're in does require you to be tested. You may decide that you're nervous and you want to get tested. It's always available to everybody who has an NC State ID card that they can go ahead and get tested. Unfortunately, right now, we can't test family, but we can test anybody with an NC State ID card. So those are the big key points. Well, I've talked a lot and I've talked pretty fast. So where can you go look this up? The place always to look up all this information is in our Protect the Pack website. So that's the top website here. There's a lot of information and sometimes it's a little hard to find things, but persist and you'll be able to find the answers to a lot of your questions. OIS has a very, very good website. We help them with some of their answers. They come up, they understand you and the questions that you bring. And so they're always proactive in trying to get those answers. So please keep referring to their website. Our NC State Student Health Services website frequently has information, additional information, and is the way that you get into your HealthyPack portal, which is your electronic medical record here on campus. And then because these things change, and sometimes they change before we catch those changes, always look at the CDC after international travel guidance, because there may be something that gets on there before we can change our guidance and our requirements. Above all, we want to see you in August and we want you here, we want you healthy so that you can achieve what you're coming here to achieve, which is a good, healthy life and good studies, because we want you to succeed after all. So with that, I say go Pack and we'll see you in a couple of months. Thanks.